Hey everybody, Jason here. In this video series, I'm going to be building the Shearwater 17 hybrid kayak from Cheasapeake Light Craft. It's a 17-foot light touring boat with a stitch and glue bottom and cedar strip deck. So in this video, to start it off, I'm going to be discussing the workshop, the tools, and the materials that we're going to use throughout the building process. Now, I want to point out that for the home builder, the conditions are not always going to be exactly what's recommended. Sometimes you'll have perfect conditions. I'm going to go over the basics that will hopefully get you a boat that you're proud to paddle. So the first thing I'm going to point out is you'll see beside me this white table. So as a builder, I already had a strong back used for building cedar strip boats like the ones you see behind me. Now, the strong back to build a cedar strip boat is different for a stitch and glue. So I've modified it by adding a 2-foot wide sheet of melamine from end to end. So what I've got is a work surface that's 16 feet long by 2 feet wide. And you can see the height, it's about knee height for me, which, you know, sometimes I have to get down on my knees to work, sometimes I stand, but basically it just stops me from being bent over all the time. Now, as a home builder and a one-off, you don't need this, okay? You can easily build this boat just on a garage floor, but Chesapeake recommends that you have a surface that's about 18 feet long by 8 feet wide, okay? So you're looking at a typical single-car garage. So if you can empty out your garage and have a nice clean floor, you can build your kayak right in there. So some of the required tools that you'll need as we go on are tools for marking and cutting and trimming the plywood, and tools for spreading the epoxy, and something for smoothing the boat. Okay, a low-angle block plane is ideal to trim and bevel the panels, and you'll see that in a couple videos down the road. There's also going to be some hand tools that will really serve you well as we get going. Specifically, I'm talking about a Japanese pole saw. It's got fine teeth and a narrow blade, and it's perfect for cutting the cedar strips. A file or a rasp is also something that's going to come in extremely handy as we deck out the boat. Okay, so now as for the materials, if you've purchased a kit from Chesapeake Light Craft, you'll have plywood components as well as wood components that are for the strips. The strips are easily identifiable, they're strips. The plywood is an African hardwood. It's called Okuma, and it's a marine grade plywood, so it's totally suitable for this application. Okay, so let's get going building this boat. Now, the first step is to glue together the Okuma panels so that we can begin doing the stitch and glue component of the bottom of the hull. I'm going to show this process in the next video.